Back to the Safer Money Solution Show with your host, Ron Grant, the original Safer Money specialist. Now let's go to the reverse mortgage specialist, Angela Wyckoff, with Mr. Ron Grant.
Good morning, Angela.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I am well. How are you?
I am doing well also. Did not see my name in the obituaries, so I know I'm breathing.
Yeah, it's a good day.
Good day, baby. Good day. If you haven't heard of Angela, I've known her and her family for over 20 years. They're classic car people like myself, good people. And Angela is a specialist in reverse mortgage. And the reason I have her on my show is, again, education. This show is about knowledge and about power and about education. Many, many months ago, I was contacted by some of my current clients and some people that have listened to the radio. And they asked me, what do I think about reverse mortgages? Well, you know, as everyone knows, I was in the mortgage business years and years ago. I never did reverse mortgages, but I thought in the past they were terrible. There was a lot of problems with them. And so I wanted to bring Angela on to kind of dispel some of the myths, because I talked with her at length and I see that they're totally different things now. The government's involved. You got education involved. You got things that checks and balances that weren't there many years ago. So, Angela, first question is, since we've heard a lot of negative things about reverse mortgages, why has that changed and why is that so misunderstood today?
So, the reverse mortgage, not many people know, but it started in 1961. So, it's had a lot of time to evolve. You're no longer hearing the horror stories of the widow that is homeless because of a reverse mortgage. And the reason why is in the most recent 15 years, the SAFE Act was placed. They make sure that spouses are covered, whether they're eligible or ineligible. They've made the counseling mandatory, and they do an income test to make sure that the borrower can maintain the property charges once the loan is in place. Because if you hear about one being foreclosed on nowadays, it's likely because somebody didn't pay their taxes or their insurance, which could happen on a standard conventional loan as well.
Yeah, that's on any loan. You got to pay the HOA, you got to pay the taxes. Otherwise, they're going to come after you.
Right.
It's crazy. So what about the 800 number I see on television? They're always talking about age 62, but I know you have products for 55 and up.
Correct. So products for reverse mortgage go as young as age 55. The reason I am highly against calling an 800 number is because you get an unlicensed person. They're only trained to maximize company profits. So you're not getting someone who has your best interest at heart. And I take a look at the whole picture. I don't just ask you a question and say, here's how much you can get. We really deep dive and make sure that your house is suited for you currently and maybe 10 years from now. If there's, stairs or acreage or things that you want to consider and you do want the kids to have the home, let's talk about those things now, and let's plot out what it looks like for the future instead of just throwing a lot of cash at people. Because let's be honest, how many people are responsible with money nowadays with inflation? And gosh, I just paid $5 something a gallon for gas. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah. Well, that brings up a good question. If I were to do a reverse mortgage, can I leave any money in the home to my heirs? I mean, is that something that is available for them?
Yes, absolutely. And in some cases, you can leave more. This is such an amazing financial tool that more people need to be educated about. And I really wish that they would make it part of like the Social Security, like when you sign up for Social Security, oh, please look into this as well. Because if you're paying for a mortgage in retirement on a fixed income, that's just such a huge strain with the cost of food and gas and everything going up. So when we do have this conversation, I will show you what it looks like, what will be left for the heirs. Of course, the numbers are all estimated and things can change, but ultimately you'll have a good bearing on what will be left for your heirs.
Yeah. Well, with rates high right now, and they're probably going to go higher with what's happening in the Washington area.
The government shutdown.
Yeah, government shutdown. I don't know if it's coming or not coming. Is now a good time to get a reverse mortgage, or should we wait?
I would not wait. I would take advantage of that high rate. And the reason I say that is because let's say you have a free and clear property. I'm going to throw random numbers out there. These do not apply to any particular scenario. Let's say you have a $500,000 home, free and clear, and you want a rainy day fund. So we set up a line of credit, and let's say it's for $175,000. Okay, could be more, could be less. Then depends on age. And let's say you don't need any of that money right now. So you let it sit there, and it grows at that interest rate plus 0.5%. So in 10 years, that $175,000 will likely double, left untouched. Now, have you paid any interest on that? Nope. You haven't borrowed it yet. But now it's available for when you need it. So take advantage of those high rates.
Yeah, that's important. So, Angela, give the listeners your phone number, your email, and I know you got a blog that you do. Give them all that information, and again, like myself, Angela's going to educate you. There's never a fee to meet with her. She'll give you some knowledge. She'll give you some numbers to look at, so you can make an informed, educated decision if this is right or not right for you.
Yeah, there's lots of great information on ilovereverse.com. You can always give me a call, 208-600-1787. That's 208-600-1787. I need 4 pieces of information in order to set up a plan for you. So I'm not going to ask you for your Social Security right off the bat. I'm not going to run credit. We're going to do this in a safe and effective way. You can also send me an email, Angela@reverseloansolutions.com. And don't wait until you need one. Want one now for when you need it.
Yeah. It's always good to have everything in place so you don't have to worry about it. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. Always good advice, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds like a plan. Take care.
All right, you too. All right, always good advice from Angela. I want to give out a couple shout-outs. We got the coat drive that we got to finish up. We're